time for another update. We finished the drywall, and we puttied most of the holes. We mudded and taped the seams, and today was yeah, you can see on me, primer day. So we also painted the ceiling. So we did some patches to let me show you. You can probably see the patches because they're not super good, but there was a patch there, and there's a patch over here somewhere that I redid the texture with, and one up there. And then we painted the ceiling with ceiling paint. I did it all the way over and then kind of cut it off behind this wall here. We primered the walls here. I started to primer the door just because it was that same almond color that the walls were, that I hate. And we're still deciding what we're going to do. I think we're going to paint the trim and the door white. The walls, we're still not sure because the cabinets are gray. I think we're into going white with everything that's there, and then everything here too. But yeah, we are just about at that point to where we can start installing them. We've got our first cabinet in here right now. The cabinets all got delivered 2 days ago. This one is the corner cabinet Lazy Susan thing, so that's a base cabinet that goes there. Then we have another corner cabinet non-Lazy Susan that goes up above it. Whew. But to get started, I normally like to do the uppers first, but I may just start the bottoms so that I can get them in there and level, and then we can have the guy come in and measure for the countertops. So we'll see about that. But we've got all this cabinet here in our dining room. We've got these two here. These are the refrigerator cabinet panels, the side panels. And then we've got all of these boxes here in our living room, which are lower cabinet, upper upper corner cabinet, base cabinet, upper cabinets, upper. I opened up these. We've got, apparently I have to install toe kick to all of the base cabinets, which I didn't know I had to do that. I thought the toe kicks was already installed on all the base cabinets, but that's what that appears to be to me. I went out and got some more crown molding to replace any crown molding where it's all around the house here, so we just got the same type so that I can blend it into the kitchen for any pieces that I damaged. And then these longer bags here are the cloud colored or the gray colored trim pieces that are going to go on the molding trim pieces on the bottom and the top edge of the upper cabinets. So it'll, any under light mounting stuff or whatever goes under there, it'll be hidden by some trim pieces. There was no instructions. They did, however, send me what I thought was instructions, and instead of instructions for how to put this all together, they sent me instructions on how to put together the trim, which is in the big panel. So that's the way the trim has to be. It's actually 3 pieces. You put a piece on top of the cabinet, then you nail one to the face, then you nail one slightly up higher than that onto the face. And apparently I needed 3 of those. 4 of those. 1, 2. I needed 4 of the exact same paper. Or maybe I paid for 4. I have no idea, but I don't know. Got some weird little clips in one of these, and some touch-up paint in this one here. So yeah, we've got all that going for us. And I got the shims. I went out and bought the shims today so that I could level all the base cabinets. This is my piece of trim that I took down to our local store to picked this up. This is actual wood. I actually got some MDF, which is basically the cardboard stuff, to replace the damaged pieces that I have. It's not going to matter. It looks exactly the same. So yeah, once it's painted white and its pieces parted where it needs to be, it will be happy. So we've got all that going for us. And our exterior wall here, we got all of our switches rewired in for everything that it's supposed to be, which is great. So I've got 4 switches here. I think I can untape this. I think so here. Yeah, let me untape it and then turn it on, see if I can shock myself really good. Nope. Okay, so these 2 are on now. We've got one that's over the bar. This one here is what we call our grandma light, which is one that we got hand-me-down from generation to generation light. That's this one. We've got this switch is wired to the wire that's hanging down through the middle, and this one is going to the reset box that's way up on the roof. I don't even know if you can see it on the camera here, but the wires inside this box, which are going to be for the undermount or above mount cabinet lighting. And yeah, we do have all of our plugs or resets and switches and stuff taped off right now, but I am going to switch them to gray. I'm just trying to determine which way I'm going to do it, whether it's going to be gray with white or gray with gray, depending on what type of backsplash my wife decides. So yeah, we decided we're probably going to keep the Whirlpool stove or range because it's got the stainless steel front as well as our stainless steel front refrigerator. And then we have purchased somewhere, which I don't see, we did purchase the microwave that goes above the range, and it just recycles the air so we didn't have to vent it out. But it's also Whirlpool and matches this thing perfectly, and it'll go up where it needs to go. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can actually start putting in some cabinets, starting off with the Lazy Susan corner cabinet cubby thing over here. And if I can get that in and level and good, then we'll see how the rest of them go. I do have to cut a big hole in the base of the sink cabinet, which is probably going to suck because I have to cut the drain line. But yeah, everything else is done. The vent in the floor is already done. The electric has been moved. The water line was removed. So we are all good. We are all ready for installation day. Yes. All right, that's the update so far. We will get back to you when we have something else. All right, it started off with cabinet install day. Yay. All right, we've got our Lazy Susan corner cabinet that we placed in here, and then we have the other base cabinet here with the drawers in it. We got some upper cabinets going in now, and the reason for that is we put in the base cabinet and then the drawer base cabinet next to it, and then our stove, and then this wonderful base cabinet next to it, and found out that the wall that I built on the side of the for the wall of the pantry closet was off by a half an inch. Yes, it was off by a half an inch, and I had to rip out the wall. The side wall. I just ripped out the side wall last night. Patched in the drywall here, and we're going to reframe it in. So instead of the wall being on the outside, I'm just going to cut it down and move it to the inside, which will give me 3.5 inches of space here, and then I'm just going to get a filler board to put on the bottom and on the upper, and that way I have flexibility with the the cabinets. Now I'm gonna have to change and fix the crown molding because I had it all up and pretty, and it's all painted all the way around. And yeah, crown molding was all put in, caulked, painted, looked beautiful all the way around. Had primer on the walls, the doors painted, and then I had to rip out the wall. So important safety tip. When you measure, which I had measured, and I measured, and it had to be 114 and a half to the wall, which it was. And then I added ½ inches of drywall here and on this wall over there, which of course, as many of you guys can calculate, takes away an inch. So I accounted for one side, but I didn't account for both. So I accounted for the ½ inch drywall that I was putting here, not even thinking about the other side, and this came out to being right at exactly 114 instead of 114 and a half, which is what I needed. So what happened is, when we started just setting the base cabinets in place and then pushing the stove in its place, we realized that the stove was rubbing right here on our brand new cabinets on both sides, on this one and on this base cabinet here. It's rubbing on the side, so it was a little too snug, and I took more measurements and realized as well, when I put the level on the wall, this wall goes in at the bottom, so it kind of swells in, but this is the main wall, and this is a 2x6 thick wall, so I can't change this wall. But since I built this one, I knew this one was level and straight up and down, and it would be easier to remove. That was one option. The other option was to just get this cabinet replaced with another cabinet that was smaller and then put in a filler. That would be about $600 minus what they would do to take this one back, and a restocking fee, and 4 weeks out of our life. So I just went in and tore this out. I'm going to cut this frame back down, stick it back in there, slap some drywall on there, try to patch together the crown molding in 1 to 2 days, and I'm going to finish putting in these cabinets. Now I got the uppers going in. I put a board and screwed it to the wall as a cleat just to sit all the uppers on. And as you can see, I got a wall plate that's up there. So let me get over here. We've already cut out for that there. That wall plate is for the microwave. The microwave actually mounts to the bottom of, or not necessarily to the bottom of the cabinet, but it does. It actually mounts to the bottom of the cabinet and to the wall. So I've got to put that cabinet in and get it level, and then I can put in the other upper cabinet, which is this one here that goes next to it. But I have to, of course, finish the wall first so that I know what I'm doing, and I also have to get the filler piece, which is, luckily they have some at our local box store, and I can go and pick that up. But that's why they say, you know, measure twice, cut once. Didn't think about the extra piece of drywall on the side. So yeah, I had several options to fix it. I could have skimmed that wall down because it's behind the cabinet, so you wouldn't even have noticed it. Or I could have just shimmed down, you know, cut down this board here. Instead of being 2x4, I could have used a 2x3, reframed it in, and I would have, you know, gained that extra inch there too. But either way, I would have had to remove the wall. So I'm just going to move it in, give myself the play of 3.5 inches, which will give me more room for this range, or if we get another range in the future, which is something we're looking at, it'll have more space to fit in between the base cabinet and the drawer cabinet that's going to be next to it. So yeah, nice safety tip there. Also on all the wall outlets, as you can see, there's switches and resets in there because we are actively using all these. I did buy gray plates and gray resets and switches to go in all of these holes. I just haven't put them in yet because we're still in the construction phase. I'll do that at the end when I'm done creating dust and garbage in here. So yeah, if you got to this point in the video or video series, whichever I determine it to be, then yeah, put a comment in there and timestamp it with your ideas, and yeah, or tell me, yeah, that was a smart thing to do or a stupid thing to do, and yeah, we'll just move on from there. But we're gonna continue on with some repairs, and we got cabinets coming out of boxes everywhere here, and yeah, we will do another update. For you guys, it'll be in a couple days, or for me, it'll be in a couple days. For you guys, it'll be in a few seconds. So stay tuned.